just put it to the test. Leave the rest, cause you're riding with the best. This right here is proven for success. So Rule 3.
Welcome to the Rule 3, the Breakdown Edition.
There's nothing you can do, so just a Rule 3. System will make you feel brand new.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second episode of this week's Rule of 3, the Breakdown Edition. As always, I'm your host, I'm Jeff. I'm joined by my good friend,
Big Shot Bob.
What's up, Big Shot?
Another day in the life, man.
And that guy sitting over there.
He gets a good friend. I get that guy.
That guy.
That guy.
Well, tell him who you are, that guy.
Well, I'm Rocky, of course, because, you know, I'm the one that puts these two boneheads on the show every week. So
And we appreciate it.
Yeah, I know. It's all good.
I don't get paid to be here, boss.
You get swag.
I ain't got no swag yet.
You broke the only swag we had. You broke a bobblehead.
I broke Cole Beasley.
I know. You know how broke that? No, Beasley's fine. Sean Lee, you broke.
Oh, well, he's broke anyways. He's always.
He'll be back this season.
All right. I like Sean Lee, actually.
Sean Lee's very good if he
defender.
plays, man. But no, we got a great show today. We got
Fantasy
football on your phone. Fantasy football, not on your phone, but, you know, something Peyton Manning's got plenty of time of doing right now. Fantasy football.
Oh, number 18.
Yeah,
he's old number.
Good old
The
18.
commercials are great right now, by the way.
He's so funny in commercials. I love Sean.
He calls up, you see the new one, he called up Eli, hey, what are you doing right now?
Come in. What are you doing? Want to hang out?
I'm kind of busy.
I'm kind of busy.
But yeah. Anyway, let's get into. I got some true or false stuff to ask you guys, so we'll do that first, and then we'll get into fantasy football.
True or false?
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
True or false?
Do what?
You just threw this on me, man.
I know. It
I
was
never
kind of
played True or
surprised.
False. You keep bringing these segments from the regular Breakdown Sports Show on Thursdays to the Rule of 3.
Well, I got to make it interesting.
You got to tell me first. I don't even know what
I got to
I'm
tell
doing.
you. Okay, well, you'll be all right. All you got to do,
True or false?
you got two choices.
All
you
right.
got true, you got false.
Can
How much easier can it be?
Can I plead the fifth?
No.
I plead the
All right.
fifth.
All right, real fast.
This ain't Andy Cohen's show.
1, 2, 3.
right,
We don't
four,
plead the fifth.
fifth.
Cameron Artis Payne will lead the Panthers in rushing this year.
False.
False.
True.
Not even close.
I guarantee you.
I'll be like,
I guarantee you
I'm gonna
he
tell you
will-
something.
And the only reason I'm saying
The team
false because I
rushing.
want Jay Stu to stay healthy.
No, here's my
No,
thing.
he will take over for Jay Stu at some point this season.
I'm going to tell you something totally opposite. It'd be lucky he don't end up on the practice squad.
Why? Because
I
his
think-
bonehead off the field stuff?
No, just because I think Jay Stu, and you're going to bring Fozzie, and you're going to bring bowling ball Mike Tolbert, and then I think they're going to keep Brandon Wager over Cameron Artis-Payne.
Really?
And I think Cameron Artis-Payne's going to end up on the practice squad.
I think Cameron Artis Payne fits the system better than any other running back they have.
Sure. Well, he looks like Jay Stu.
Cameron, right, but I think he fits the system. I think at some point he takes over. Because if he doesn't make any stupid decisions like run 95 and 65 in Gastonia,
Well, I'm going to tell you
he'll be
what.
fine.
One of us is going to be way closer to being right than wrong. That's for sure.
Well, I'm sure. Drew Brees will not play in all the games this season.
That's false, man. Drew Brees, 16 games, past how many years? Well, I know he missed a couple games a few years ago.
Last year,
Was it last year? Or
Yep.
2 years ago?
No, it was last year.
Luke McCown started
That's
against
right.
the
He
Panthers.
did start. But I think Drew Brees 16 games this year. That was just such a freak shoulder injury he got. And he only missed that 1 week, and then he was back. What was it, like 2 weeks?
I gotta say true. I
I'll
gotta
say
think,
true, too.
I gotta think he's getting a little old, and maybe he plays a game against even a game like against the Panthers, he gets banged up a little bit. And
I mean,
gotta
he
sit a
did-
week out.
He didn't get hurt from a hit. He got hurt from throwing the football too much, I think.
Well,
From his shoulder.
that's all they do. So that he's got to keep doing that.
The Mark Ingram effect. I think he's there 16 this year.
I don't.
All right.
Jameis Winston and Mike Evans will have more touchdowns together than Cam and Benjamin together.
Ooh, that's a good
That's
one.
a hard question, but I'm gonna say true.
I was going to say true as well. I think Mike Evans and
Mike Evans dropped so many balls last year,
Kelvin Benjamin dropped so many the year before.
but if you look at it, they really did. They had a lot of yards, but a lot of the touchdowns went to other guys, and that's kind of the way the Panthers do it. Plus, when the Panthers get close, they're gonna run the ball.
Run the ball.
They're gonna
It's
run the
Super
ball
Cam
with
time.
And Jameis really. I'm sorry, but he's not the stereotypical black quarterback. Jameis Winston is slow as dirt, bro.
He's pretty mobile. He had a few rushing touchdowns.
No,
last
he's
year.
mobile.
He's
There's
mobile.
a difference between mobile.
I mean, he's
and
not
quick.
he's not 4'6", 40 time like
No,
Cam Newton and Russell Wilson now.
He's like your Uncle Fred chasing you with a baseball bat. All right, if that makes sense.
He's Warren
All right.
Moon. He's more Warren Moon.
Warren
Moon was not. Warren Moon was not fast. He threw from the
Jameis
pocket.
Winston is more Tony Romo-ish
Yeah,
because he's
elusive.
elusive, but not really quick. Because Tony's not quick either. Okay.
See, a lot of the plays that you see of Jameis running, he's more bowling guys over because
Right.
he's so big than he was like outrunning people.
He's like a Mike Tolbert running the ball.
Not now, no.
All right.
Not the new Slim Jameis.
He's looking good though. He looks
No,
smart.
he's looked like he done lost like
well,
30
not just
pounds.
him, but I'll say true because Mike Evans actually is down to 225. He's lost a lot of weight.
If he
himself.
doesn't drop the ball like he
And
did
don't drop the
last
ball.
year,
And they're going to throw so many fade routes at Mike Evans because Doug Martin and Charles Sims aren't goal line backs. You know, they
Plus,
can get
you
you down
gotta-
there, but
Jameis got another year. He's going to be able to find him in better positions this year.
Julio Jones will lead the league in receiving yards.
true.
False.
Absolutely true.
False. Des Bryant.
False. Des.
I think Dallas runs the ball a ton.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
Zeke Elliott gets 350 touches if he's healthy this
I think
year.
Julio Jones would be lucky to finish fifth, bro.
Julio is
Odell.
Matt Ryan is going to throw this guy the
And-
ball if 12 guys are around. him.
Odell, Antonio Brown.
And then no Roddy White. They still no tight end in Atlanta.
That's true. I can see it. You know they're going to throw the ball a lot to him.
Yes.
There will be two teams from the South in the playoffs.
Wow, that's a good one.
I will say, I'm going to go Homer. I'm going to say true. And if it's anybody, it's the Bucks.
Let me look at the NFC. Okay, I'm going to take the Panthers. I'm going to take the Packers. I'm going to take the Seahawks. I'm going to take the Cardinals.
It's got to be false. I'm wrong.
One team has to come from the East.
I mean, probably the Cowboys would probably win that division.
And I think the second wild card spot comes between Minnesota.
You're looking at
Minnesota.
Minnesota and
The-
Seattle as
the
two
North
wild
and the
cards.
South are the toughest. Okay.
If we were
bottom
in the
line.
AFC, I would say yes. If it was the AFC South, we talking about the Bucks and all them. Like if you swap AFC and NFC South, I would say yes. We would.
And
get
while I'm
two
looking
in
at the
there.
West is because Arizona and Seattle get to beat up on the Rams and the 49ers 4 times each. I mean, 2 times each. So that's what? 4 times. What, 2 times against the Rams, 2 times against the Niners, 4 wins each.
And if
each
your
way for both
defense
teams.
is slipping against Atlanta or New Orleans, they'll put up 40
they're gonna
on
put
you.
up 40.
Yep.
And they're going to beat each other. We just gave the NFC South preview. Everybody was 8-8, 7-9. I don't think 8-8, 7-9, 9-7
You gotta
don't
win
get
10
you
you
in
gotta
the
win
playoffs.
10
You got to win 10
games.
games.
Got to win 10 games.
And
It
then
sucks.
Minnesota and Green Bay are the head of the class, and the NFC North, Chicago and Detroit are going to be pretty much
We'll
easy
see.
wins for
There's
those
some
teams.
very bad teams in the NFC.
Sure, 49ers.
I mean, 49ers, Rams.
Redskins.
We're just going to NFC. The bottom 2 teams in the West, the Rams and 49ers. You go to the South.
New Orleans.
New Orleans maybe, but we're not sure. North, Chicago and Detroit's going to be
Bad.
You go to the East.
I'm looking
You're
at a
really
lot-
not sure.
The
Besides
East is a
Philadelphia.
crapshoot.
Besides the Eagles, you don't know.
Yeah.
You feel like these other 3 teams are going to be battling all year for the title.
And the only reason I say the Eagles, as much as I hate it, they're
They're in a rebuild
rebuilding.
mode.
They're
They're in
rebuilding.
obvious rebuild mode. Thank you, Chip Kelly, you piece of crap.
So, they're a couple years away before they contend again with the rest of the teams in the. I think Washington's
It's not
gonna suck,
impossible.
but still.
If Minnesota falls off, it is possible for an Atlanta or a Tampa to maybe sneak in.
I
the
think
playoffs.
Tampa's. I'm gonna say true because I think Tampa's gonna sneak in.
I like that pick.
As long
I
as
think
AP
Tampa's gonna
is healthy,
sneak in.
I think Minnesota wins
That's
their
the
10
key.
games. Now, if AP gets hurt, all bets are off.
Well,
If AP gets hurt, they're gonna win 6 games.
No. If Teddy Bridgewater throws 30 to 35 touchdowns,
He ain't gonna do that.
If he throws at least 30 and has less than 15 picks, they will make.
They will win
make a
13 games if he does that.
No, that they will win 9 or 10 or more if he does that.
If
That's
Teddy
only way.
Bridgewater throws 30 touchdowns and less than 15 interceptions, and Adrian Peterson is Adrian Peterson, they're gonna win the NFC, dude. Like that's
They ain't winning the NFC.
I mean, in
But
terms of
still,
like number
don't get
one
that
seed.
Number one seed,
Yeah.
yeah. If he does that, and AP is like
I
you
mean,
said,
That,
AP.
they
Teddy-
have to take that step, and that's what Teddy's got to do.
They
this
won
year.
what 10, 11 games last year,
10.
10 games.
10 games, and he threw like 17 touchdowns.
Yeah,
Okay, if he throws 30,
he needs to throw. 30.
I don't even think he
Oh
threw
my
for 3,000 yards last year.
no,
He needs
Oh
to
my
get
God.
Barely
about,
did.
he needs to get 3,030 touchdowns this
If
year.
he does that, my gosh, Minnesota, put him in the
He
put
needs
him
to
in the
put
Super
up
Bowl.
Ryan Fitzpatrick numbers from last year. Is what he needs to do this year.
Minnesota, I still
we'll
don't
see.
like their outside weapons. Stephen Diggs and Treadwell was a good draft pick, but rookie receivers always it's an adjustment period.
And we
for
still
them.
don't know if Rudolph is going to take that next step as a tight end.
Exactly.
We for about 3 years have been waiting on him to be one of the top tight ends.
But if Blair Walsh doesn't miss a 20-yard field goal, who knows what happens in the NFC playoffs?
Yep.
They play the Panthers and lose.
All right, let's go into y'all ready now? Can we go to NFL fantasy? Sorry to mess up your JoJo, but I'm sure you're all right, man. You're okay, right?
Yeah, I'm good, boss. Let's do this.
You know, we did a little, something different. I know.
Called an
I know
audible.
you hate it. I mean,
No,
you know,
actually, it was pretty
I know
easy.
Jimbo Fisher never calls audibles or anything.
He don't need to. He runs a perfect offense as
Oh
it
my
is.
gosh!
It's,
All right.
it's not figure
All
eight.
right, it's getting deep in here.
Figure skating.
Let's move on.
Call an
football.
audible to what? Turn around and don't hand the ball off to Dalvin Cook. It's
All
pretty
right.
easy offense.
Let's move on.
The Breakdown Sports Show proudly presents Fantasy Football Draft.
Thanks, our interns, Sean.
Can we shoot out request to the Manning brothers? Can y'all do a remix?
They need to. Peyton's got plenty of time to do something right
Eli ain't doing crap either. Come on now.
now. Do it before the season starts.
I do just want to say, though, real quick, going back to Florida State, we were talking about that just 1 second ago. Sean McGuire broke his foot.
Oh, gosh.
DeAndre Francois
Yes, I
is
mean-
the starting quarterback. Well, Jimbo Fisher hasn't officially
He's out
announced
4
that
weeks,
yet.
right?
Yeah. He hasn't officially announced that it's going to be DeAndre Francois, but it would make no sense if it would be anybody else. So, unless he's going to put Malik Henry out there, but
I don't think we're going to see
I
him.
don't think so. All right, sorry.
Let's
about
get
that.
into it. Come
Yeah,
on.
dude, let's do this.
Finally, you jabbering about Florida State.
I could talk about Florida State
I
all
know
day.
you could. I'm hoping you wouldn't. Let's go into. We're going to go through each position and tell you who we think the best value, and then 3 sleepers each. I'm sure you two sharing notes once again. So of course, I'll have to be different.
Once again, you called an audible on me. I didn't know I had to come up with 3 sleepers.
Right? I was thinking
It's
one
like
sleeper.
one.
Okay, well, if you only
No,
get
I
one
can
or
come-
two.
I
I
can
can
come
come
up
up
You
with
two
at least
got-
one per position.
Yeah, I can come up
That's
with 2.
fine.
I got.
All right.
Let's just do this, man.
Look, first and foremost, best value at quarterback.
Well, you
Who's your the first guy at best value at quarterback?
first guy coming off the board.
We all
The
know
number-
who's the first one.
The number 1 quarterback you
Do
taking?
we all agree? Okay, let's go ahead and say it. We all agree Cam Newton,
I would take
Aaron Rodgers. No, I will take Aaron. Aaron, Cam,
Or Russell
and
Wilson.
Russell Wilson are going to be your top. And Big Ben.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's your 4. Those quarterbacks, they're gone.
No question.
All right. I mean, then there's a step off.
All
There's
right.
another tier.
So for me, the best value, you're looking at Kirk Cousins. For me, because the new offense that they're going to run is a run and gun. They're going to throw the ball a lot. Like that's what they've shown in their preseason practices in the training camp. They're throwing the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball, throw the ball. And they're going to throw it a lot. And Kirk Cousins is a manageable quarterback. He doesn't throw a ton of picks. He's still young. He throws it. He doesn't throw. You don't like how many he throws in the terms of fantasy. But if he's only going to throw, I just don't see Kirk Cousins having the game where he throws like 4 picks and screws
I
you.
absolutely hate that pick. I wouldn't stay completely away from
If you
Kirk
can
Cousins.
get Kirk
this year.
Cousins in
I'm
10th,
telling you.
11th round as
Yes.
a quarterback, he's
No,
worth the pick.
I would stay completely away from him. I'm telling you,
'Cause
If you
he
look
gets-
at
he
if
gets
you
6
look
games against the
if you
NFC
look at
East.
their schedule though, you look at their schedule when he plays good teams. Dallas is going to be better. The Giants will be better. I ain't saying the defense will light up.
Sure.
But the teams are going to be better.
But in
he
terms of-
suffers big time against good teams. And I'm not just talking about the NFC East. He plays a killer schedule this year.
We just need him to have 300
I've got
yards
them
passing,
winning
2
like
or 3
5
touchdowns.
games.
I could care about
But
their
that's
wins
the
and
thing.
losses.
That's the thing
I
about
just need
fantasy.
stats.
If their defense blows it and they start getting blown out, guess what they're going to do?
They're
They're
going
going
to
to throw the ball.
All right.
Jordan Reed, top 3 tight end.
Yes.
You still got Deshaun Jackson, Pierre Garçon out there. Matt Jones, their little running back out the backfield, who is going to be quietly going to have a good season for the team out in Washington.
You like that?
You like that?
I like that. The quarterback for me is Blake Broidel, Jacksonville Jaguars. He has so many offensive weapons out there, and with the return of hopefully a healthy Julius Thomas, his numbers should go through the roof.
Plus, Chris Ivory doesn't hurt to take the pressure
Exactly.
off as well because now they know that they can run the ball.
And they play in the AFC South.
No defense.
I agree
Love
with you. You got to remember he's got 2 of the top receivers of the top 10 in the league, AFC at least.
Allen Hurns and
Hearns
Allen
and Robinson on his team. Plus, you got Julius Thomas, the TD maker at tight end.
I'm not ready.
So
to
no,
talk
I'm not
about
saying.
Julius Thomas
I'm
yet.
just saying. He's got all these weapons. I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna actually go. If you're doing auction league, Andrew Luck, I'm gonna tell you that right now. He in most auctions he's like $3, $4, $5. Right, you can't go wrong with him or Tony Romo. But I'm gonna go with Derek Carr.
That's a
You
good-
talking about
yeah,
a guy, man? After those top 4 quarterbacks, Derek Carr.
He's got weapons out there to throw to as well.
Yeah, Cooper.
Just avoid weeks when they have to play like Denver or they're playing in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Because those will be tough weeks for him.
So we're doing sleepers? Sleepers.
Yeah, that's fine. Go
All
with
right,
sleeper.
so quarterback sleeper, I'm going to give you 2. Jameis Winston is one. We talked about that in the last show. Jameis, because the last 7 weeks of his rookie season, he was top 5 in fantasy quarterback numbers. And the other one I'm going to go with, and I know you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but Alex Smith. No, because, look, first of all, Alex Smith is a
Noodle Arm? He
Okay.
is on this show.
Okay,
Any
fine.
show I do, his name is Noodle Arm.
You call him whatever you want, but you know what I
His
call
noodle
him?
arm.
Never turns the ball over, always consistent, and will throw 1 or 2 touchdowns. And don't forget, he's blazing fast, dude.
Dude can run.
He's got wheels. And if you let him get open, ain't nothing I love the more a quarterback can get out and run me a 40-yard run real fast. And if you can put it in the end zone, that's 10 points. Give me that all day, twice on Sunday.
All right. Yeah.
You said sleepers, bro.
No,
That's
I'm
a
definitely
sleeper.
sleeping. Watching him play is gonna put me to sleep again.
I'm telling you, if you're going with Brady in a higher round and you want to pick up Alex Smith in the last round and play him the first 4 weeks, you're in good hands.
Yeah, you can get Brady late. Phillip Rivers, they throw a ton. And their running game is still weak. He's going to have the stats. He's going to have 4,000 yards passing, 25-plus touchdowns because they got to throw the ball.
If Melvin Gordon don't work out again this year,
And he's not.
a bust.
He's not.
They
They did
that's
nothing
all-
to their offensive line.
They're gonna just throw the ball. All
Jay Cutler,
You know-
certain weeks.
Certain
weeks.
No.
But,
Stay away from him.
in the right matchup, though, Jay Cutler could throw 400 yards and 3
Exactly.
touchdowns.
Ryan Fitzpatrick could win 10 games again.
And
What do you want me to? Hey, you're talking about sleepers,
We're
bro.
talking about
Like,
sleepers.
what am I
No, I
supposed
know,
to
I
do?
got
Hey, you know what? Drew Brees, he's a sleeper.
I didn't say Drew Brees.
look at Jay Cutler's stats for the past few years: 3,500 yards passing, 20-plus touchdowns.
I got you.
So we're just talking about what
No, I
quarterbacks
got
can
you.
do in fan, and of course Carson Palmer, because they have so many offensive weapons out in Arizona.
I actually
Yeah,
think
but
Carson
that's one
Palmer's
of the
not a
top.
sleeper.
That's
He's a-
one of the top 10.
well, people forget about Carson.
The
Oh,
one
yeah.
that you guys keep going right past the Red Rifle. All right,
Andy Dalton.
If you looked at last year, he was one of the top 2 quarterbacks in fantasy football.
Till he got hurt.
Until he got hurt, he was one to trust me because
No.
I picked him up. I drafted Teddy Bridgewater and somebody else, and I picked up Dandy Dalton week 3, and he lit it up until he got hurt in week 14.
Yeah.
So
Andy
that's
Dalton-
the one that you should
The only
watch
problem
out
I have
for.
with Dalton is he lost 2 good receivers.
Who?
Sanu and what was the
Jones.
other guy?
Marvin Jones.
He lost both of those guys.
But he got Mr. Dropped Everything, LaFell.
yeah, I know.
And you still got A.J. Green.
You got- but
and and if Tyler Eifert does come back from injury, you got him. So we'll see.
Yeah, if he can do anything they did last year, he is a good sleeper.
All right, so there's quarterbacks. Let's go to running backs.
We all agree. Adrian Peterson,
AP,
Todd Gurley.
top 2,
Yeah.
right? And then after that, it's open market.
I go Le'Veon Bell before I go to Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley is playing
Even
with
with
a
the-
handicap.
We're talking
Even
about
for
fantasy,
injuries?
though.
I
We're
know,
talking
but
fantasy.
Todd Gurley's playing with a handicap. No quarterback, no offensive line, no receivers to protect him around. So they're going to put 10 in the box every week.
So you
and
got-
it's damn near impossible
So
to run
you got
with 10
Le'Veon Bell even after missing 4 games.
Because he
right.
plays
No,
with
no, I know, I
high
know.
power offense.
All right.
And it's not for certain that he's going to be
See,
suspended
for me,
those 4 games.
Le'Veon Bell is more of a high value than a top guy because he does miss those 4 games.
If he misses those 4 games.
So
now,
for me, a high value for me is I'll give you 2: Doug Martin and Eddie Lacy. Slim down Eddie Lacy.
hopefully he can return to form of 2 years ago.
Yep.
David Johnson for Arizona. He's going to get a boatload of work. He's going to have some phenomenal numbers.
I just worry about Chris Johnson being out there still.
I need to see a year of this guy.
Yeah.
All right, we haven't seen a year. I'm iffy on running backs that you haven't seen a full year on yet, and we haven't. So I'm interested to see what he does this year, though.
Plus, they still got Andre Ellington
And they're not going to get the Brock. Zeke Elliott, of course, he's going number 1 in a lot of people's drafts right
that's
now.
crazy.
It's just
No,
I
the
wanna
man
play in the
hasn't
league.
ran the ball once.
I want to be in the league where
Yeah.
the first pick is Ezekiel Elliott because I'm pretty sure I'm going to win that one.
In fantasy, I know on ESPN Fantasy Football,
He's fourth.
for auction. He's 4th in NFL.com too. He is going for $38. Wow, for a running back.
Wow.
All right, that's never played an NFL game yet. So
I'll pass.
if I can get him for $38, sure.
If I'm in the 11th pick and he's there, I'd probably take it because I
If-
know I got a pick coming up right after that. I probably would take him. But top 5, top 6, nope. I'll pass on that.
And Matt Forte, he's quietly a sleeper because are we going to get a rejuvenated Matt Forte with something to prove?
Hold on. We're not at sleepers yet because Rock's got to give his high value still.
Well, I mean, for me,
That
Y'all
I'm,
are
I'm not
hiring
allowed to talk
Devontae
about
Freeman.
Matt Forte because of 2
Why?
weeks ago.
why? Because you're in love with him completely.
Why? No, because I think he's a solid running back who catches the ball like crazy out of the backfield.
You see that hill that's going down. That's his career this year.
You do realize he's younger than Adrian Peterson, right?
All right, but who has took a more beating over 5, 6 years?
Adrian
at running back?
Peterson.
Peterson has, but so Peterson's won all time. Absolutely.
Good night, everybody. I'm done.
on top
I can't
5.
do this anymore.
All right, well, good. See you later. Just hang up the.
Oh, can I mention one
headphones
more
on the way
back?
out. What?
DeMarco Murray. DeMarco Murray
Boy, they
will
look
have
good.
a bounce back season. Get that guy.
You know what that
He's
is?
definitely another one you got. Jamal Charles, he missed all last season.
He's not going to play.
You want to
man.
talk about Hill guys?
That
He's
might be
coming off
another
of
one.
a huge injury too.
I-
But sleepers, dude, I'm telling Carlos Hyde.
Could I get my hat
Oh,
back?
go
you
ahead,
guys?
go ahead.
I mean,
Go
dude,
ahead.
just keep on, man.
Well, you're too busy telling us that we're wrong that you ain't even giving
You know
us
what?
ours.
One I would say, Carlos Hyde. Yeah, I mean,
That's a good
dude, he's gonna run the ball. Well, we don't know if he's gonna run the ball a lot because of Chip Kelly, but still, red zone area, he's the only running back they have. So
He's not a
go
side-to-side
ahead.
runner, though.
Who's the sleeper though?
Well, I had Carlos Hyde as a sleeper. Also, deep. This isn't that great, but if you got a Le'Veon Bell, you really want to pair him with D'Angelo Williams because he played great last year. While he was out, he's going to get to do that again.
Handcuff yourself.
In the first 4 weeks, then you can easily drop him and pick up a guy like Duke Johnson Jr. from.
You want Cleveland? You want
Hey,
the Cleveland back?
Duke Johnson I had last year. Duke Johnson's
Yeah.
actually going to be a good back.
Okay.
He
And we
gets a
talked-
lot of receptions
And
too.
we talked about Telvin Coleman
Yeah.
out of Atlanta, another
Atlanta.
sleeper.
For me, I'm going to say. Did you already say a sleeper?
Chanderick West. He's going to get the boatload of the work early for Kansas City. I don't know if Jamal Charles is going to come off the PUP. Thomas Rawls. He should be the man out in Seattle. They still want to run the football a little bit, right?
Right.
Once again, want to see him first before I'd make an investment.
For me, sleeper will be Jeremy Langford from Chicago
That's a
because
good
you
one.
know he's going to run the ball. We all know John Fox is going to run the ball this year, so I will go with him. Another one might be C.J. Prossi from Seattle because Rawls has still got his ankle injury from last year, so might be another pickup.
And don't
for you.
forget C.J. Anderson in Denver.
Yeah, they're going to run the
Yep.
ball a ton. Or
All right.
Lamar Miller down in Houston.
Yeah. No, that's. I mean, no, I see
Matthew
it.
Berry has Lamar Miller 3rd overall as best running back.
He's going to get a boatload of work.
Yeah.
All right, let's move to wide receivers real fast. Antonio Brown, Odell Beckham, Julio Jones, A.J. Green, DeAndre Hopkins, Dez Bryant. We know those guys are going to be the top 6. Mm-hmm. I mean, anybody. Then you got Robinson, Nelson, Marshall, Jeffrey, Evans, Cooper. I mean, there's so many good, really good receivers. It's so deep at wide receiver you can go.
You want to go wide receiver first because you want to get one of these elite level guys because there are running backs that you can get later on that are going to supplement enough points. The problem is you get too deep into receiver, you're not going to be getting as many points. You want to get receivers, especially you want to get one of these top 5 receivers.
Yep.
If you
sure.
can.
And that's been my rule of thumb for the last ever how many years. I usually try to get one of these top wide receivers and then a top quarterback next when it comes back to me, and then I get running backs later on because
right.
that's where you get your points. Give me a sleeper for wide
A
receivers.
sleeper or a high value?
Or give me a high value then.
Well, there's a big difference.
All right, give me high value.
High value, I got 2. Keenan Allen, because they throw the ball like crazy in San Diego, and he's really the only receiver out there. And I'm telling y'all, Randall Cobb, with Jordy Nelson coming back, Randall Cobb is going to come up for a resurgent year, unlike last year.
He better.
If you drafted him last year and you're scared, take him again. He's going to be worth it this year because there's actually a threat on the other side of the ball.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna save that for a sleeper. You got one? I mean, Doug Baldwin to me would be a one. I mean, look what he did the last 8 games of the season.
Sleeper.
Is he a sleeper?
For me, he would be a sleeper.
He had a great little run, but, I mean, he scored most of his touchdowns in like a 3-week span.
Right.
Willie Snead, I like him. I think he's high value. You know, New Orleans, they throw the ball a lot. Stephen Diggs, I think he's going to get 100 receptions this year.
Is that your high value?
High value behind the super elite guys,
Yeah.
of course. And let me give you one more. Miami, the receiver down there, Landry.
Jarvis Landry.
Jarvis Landry.
He, for the last 2 years, I've had him in different leagues, and he always consistent.
And Tannehill will throw him the ball if he
for
can.
sleepers, where you got sleepers?
I got 2 for that as well. One, look for old man Vincent Jackson down in Tampa. He's going to be looking to make a comeback, look good. Also, I just lost it. Give me 1 second. Corey Coleman, the rookie,
Yeah, from Baylor.
looks good.
All right.
And one more, if you're going to do big play people, Travis Benjamin, new guy down in San Diego as well.
All right. You got one?
Demaryius Thomas, I know the quarterback situation, but they got to throw the ball somewhere, and he's out there, and he's a big target. And Alshon Jeffrey, I think he has a bounce back year, man. With Kevin White on the other side, and he's playing for a contract. You love players in a contract year.
After you have your wide receivers, you want somebody to stash Josh Gordon. Just stash away because, he's used to stashing. So stash it away in case he, because I'm telling you, if he comes back and he's anything like he was a couple years ago, it's going to be great.
He just got reinstated today. Into
Yeah.
the
Right.
league.
Right, but he's still out the first 4 games. So
Yeah.
if you put him and save him for later on,
But he'll be
that
able to
would-
practice. That's the big
Right.
thing now.
Yep. For me, the 2 sleepers to me is John Brown and Golden Tate, because John Brown is on.
I like John
Larry
Brown.
Fitzgerald's gonna be sliding away a little bit, and these him and
Michael Floyd.
Michael Floyd are going to be taking over. So look for John. He's the deep threat, and that's where Carson throws it. And Golden Tate, of course, is now the number 1 receiver in Detroit.
And when Calvin Johnson was hurt 2 years ago, and it was the Golden Tate show, Golden Tate was doing his thing, man. He was having 7-8 receptions a week, 100+ yards. He was getting like 12 to 13 targets. If you're a receiver, you got a receiver out there and they're getting 12 targets a game, you're in good shape.
All right, let's move to tight end real fast. Of course, everybody
Gronkowski.
Gronk, Reed, and Greg Olsen are your top 3 tight ends. All right, we all knew that. After that, there's a big step.
Significant fall off, but you never know.
All right, so for me, high value, I'm going to go with Colby Fleener. I know he didn't look so good in Indy, but man, Drew Brees knows how to hit a tight end.
Absolutely.
And he's going to be – he's got the skills. He's got that seam route that Drew Brees likes to throw to a tight end, i.e. Jimmy Graham. I'm telling you, Colby Fleener is a good pick for you at tight end.
And speaking of Jimmy Graham, that's my high-value pick. I think he has a resurgent year. Him and Russell Wilson have a little rapport going because they started getting together before he got hurt in that – I think it was the Carolina game he got hurt in, right? When he blew out his knee. Yep. I think Jimmy Graham has a bounce-back year this year.
Now I'm trying to look for the guy. Look for Julius Thomas, the high value. Have a really good season.
He makes me nervous.
I had him as a sleeper, man.
Yeah.
No, he's one. I'm telling you, with that team, he should be one of the top
He
ones.
should be.
A sleeper for me. Watch Hunter Henry for San Diego. All right, he's the second tight end, and with Antonio Gates, and you know one person that throws the ball to tight ends is Phillip Rivers.
I was
So I'm
taking
gonna go Hunter Henry.
the tight end out of Tampa as my sleeper.
Austin Seferius Jones.
Actually, he has been. That's another sleeper. Cameron Brate is actually the starter now.
Wow.
Savard Jenkins not even starting right now.
Wow, that's beat up.
Cameron Brate actually has. That's a real good sleeper though. Cameron Brate.
I got two
because he's been catching touchdowns.
Two sleepers. One, Jared Cook, who didn't really do much when he was with St. Louis / L.A. Well, he never really played for L.A., but now he's in Green Bay. He's a good dump down option for somebody like Aaron Rodgers who improvises a lot. Also, somebody we didn't name, Jason Witten. Still valuable. Very valuable in terms of fantasy. Especially with Dez being healthy, Romo. Him and Romo, they have that connection.
Yeah.
It's great. Also, I would have said Eric Ebron. It sucks that he's hurt.
Yeah, he tore his ACL. Yeah, he was on. He was going to be a high value guy this year.
And don't forget, Travis Kelce is still out there. You know, Alex Smith loves Travis Kelce.
You know who else loves Travis Kelce?
About
the
40
ladies, because he's got that dating show now.
Good
so
for him.
That career is going down.
If you do want a Cleveland Brown, if you are forced to pick a Cleveland
Gary
Brown, though,
Barnidge.
Gary Barnidge had a pretty good year before he got hurt and stuff.
Tyler Eifert, I know he's hurt, but he will come back eventually.
Hopefully.
That's a late round.
And, I mean, if you can't get Gronkowski, take Martellus Bennett because the Patriots are going to line up two tight ends
tight
most of
ends
the game.
are deep this year, man.
There's a big fall off after those.
And
top
I like
three.
Charles Clay in Buffalo, too.
Yeah.
I think Tyrod Taylor likes Charles Clay a lot.
He did look good last year in a couple games. All right. Sorry,
All
boss.
right, let's move on to listen, I'm not doing high value kickers. Here's my only rule of thumb with kickers. If I hate it, every single season I see people picking them like they're the Tampa Bay Bucks or somewhere where you're getting them in the third or fourth round. You don't need a kicker until everything else is filled in.
Hold on. I'm going to dispute you on
I don't
that.
think you do.
If you can get Steven Gostkowski first, if you have if you feel like you have a solid receiver, a good quarterback, and a good running back, I'm not saying in the fourth round, but I'm saying in the sixth round, seventh round, you want to take him because I'm telling you why. No. Because Steven Gostkowski would have finished third in terms of points if he were a wide receiver. He consistently scores 15, 16, 17 points a game.
If you can get two top-tier receivers, a top-tier quarterback, a top-tier running back, before you get a kicker. I see people pass on really good players to get a kicker.
Well, no.
And then I want to throw – my last pick in every draft. If I can't get one of the great kickers, that is the very last pick of my draft.
If you feel like they're not there. And I'm only saying that because I'm telling you, there's only two guys that are even worth it, in my opinion. Steven Gostkowski and Steven Gostkowski.
Hoska?
No,
from
not
Seattle.
Steven Hoskins.
Hoska is a good pick, too.
Hoska's good.
And I'm really looking at Mason Crosby because I'm really going to love Green Bay's offense this year. And you want to tie your kicker to a great offensive production.
Well, you want that someone score. And to me, if you don't do one, I wouldn't even go there. I'll go Graham Gano over Crosby. I just no. I would do Gano before
For
Crosby.
me, the New York Giants football team they kick a lot of field goals. Josh Brown, he's always in the top tier.
And that's the thing with kickers. It goes one way. You could say, like, you know what? I'd rather have Tampa's because I don't think Tampa's going to score as many touchdowns. They're going to be held to field goals more. Or a Redskins quarterback.
If you want a team that struggles that scoring touchdowns, and you can get a team that kicks a lot of field goals. Tampa would be one.
Or you want a team that scores 5 touchdowns a game.
Yeah, but all right, that's different. We see this different because kickers is not that is save a kicker for your last pick unless you can get one of the great kickers early.
And Justin Tucker is always a good.
Justin Tucker's a great one.
And I'm only saying that you only do that for Steven Gostowski.
That is what I'm saying. I just want to say it. I said if you can get one of the great kickers.
Yeah,
I'm agreeing with you. Let's move on to defense because I spent way too much time on a kicker.
Kicker is an undervalued piece of fantasy.
No, it's not. There's a reason.
Do you know how many games I won because my kicker scored 22 points?
That's because you didn't draft good enough on the other positions.
Yeah,
Listen,
okay.
Let's move on to defense real fast. You got Seattle, Denver. That's your top 2. Carolina, of course. Arizona and Kansas City. And Houston is your actually top 5.
So you're looking for a sleeper defense then?
Sleeper defense.
Oakland Raiders.
The Cincinnati Bengals.
And I go with the Raiders because they're going to get to the quarterback this year for sure. And that's what I look for in a defense. You obviously want one that's not going to give up a ton of points, but you also want one that if they are going to give up points, they're going to get sacks and interceptions and things like that. They're going to force fumbles. You want a physical defense that's going to make turnovers because those turnovers are going to negate the maybe 27 points they gave up that day.
Now, the New York Jets will have a solid defense, of course. The Patriots always play good defense.
See, but the Jets are the type of thing where they're maybe going to give up 13 points, but I don't see them get they don't
force a lot of turnovers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're getting older.
You get that 10 points to start with the defense as long as they don't give up the whole thing. You still end up with 5 points. Now, you would love your defense to push that 10 to 17, 20 points if they could.
Don't draft the Saints defense.
No,
there's a few defenses to stay away from.
I would get the Saints defense before the Bills. I'm telling you, do not draft the Buffalo Bills.
No love
because
for Rob
Ryan is going to ruin that defense. I'm telling you, take it for somebody that knows. He's going to kill that defense in Buffalo.
He's got his brother there to watch his back, though.
Defense is to avoid.
Brotherly love sometimes don't pay off.
The Rams. Avoid them.
Rams, 49ers, Colts, Saints.
Cowboys defense. Avoid them.
Dude, after the top 5 defense,
it gets
really
hard.
You're like, Cincinnati. That would be a team. That would be a defense I would take a good gamble on. I mean, I just sleeper.
Baltimore Ravens bounce back defensive year could be
maybe if they can get some of their players off the PUP.
But like you said, after the top 5, that's my thing. If you don't get one of those top 5, even maybe the 6th one, you just push them to the back because you're going to end up having to drop your defense and change for matchups every week.
I do that anyway. I do that anyway. Just play the defense that's playing the whack team.
Well, unless you have like Carolina. So.
Yeah.
All right.
You got anything else? There you go. That's our fantasy breakdown. It looked like
if you win your league because of some of our hints, y'all owe us a piece of that pie. We take 20% off top, man.
Actually, I'll just take a pizza pie. I'm good with that.
You would.
I'm fat.
I'll take one. Why not?
Yeah.
All right.
I gotcha. All right. Yeah. All right. That is going to do it for this week of the Rule of 3, the Breakdown Edition. As always, I'm your host. I'm Jeff.
Triple B, Big Shot Bob.
Of course, I'm Rocky. Where can you catch the Rule of 3?
On Spreaker, Facebook, Twitter. All of those are Rule of 3 podcasts.
And you can catch BSS Carolinas on this show Monday nights at 6:30, Thursday at 3 o'clock. Now we're moving times.
We got to move the time.
Moving
back.
times.
Big Shot got some other obligations.
And you can listen to us on Spreaker, Stitcher, iTunes, and iHeartRadio, and you can catch us everywhere.
Side piece.
Good day.